10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we are live. Good evening, guys. How are you?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm
Awesome.
doing well. Yeah. It's so
Yes.
wonderful to have you guys here at the Meticulous Moments podcast, where we facilitate community upliftment through leadership development. And I have to say to the audience this evening, this is a special interview because Kela and Ricky are on their first podcast ever. Let's give them a round of applause, everyone. My goodness, guys. Woohoo! Well, it's always so fun to engage with you guys. I'm going to let you introduce yourselves. Just tell us a little bit more about yourselves, and then we'll get going.
Awesome. Okay, Ricky, you want to start it off,
Yeah.
brother?
Yeah. So we're National Academy Sports Medicine certified personal trainers. And we're certified powerlifting coaches with the United States Powerlifting Association, and we help develop true leaders to become the most powerful version of themselves on and off the platform in all aspects of their life.
Mm.
Love that, Kela.
Yeah. So, I mean, just to kind of reiterate what Brother Ricky said, that's pretty much what we do, right? And we're representing here out of Kaneohe, Hawaii. We're super excited to not only represent our last names, our families, our community here in Kaneohe, but to expand and grow, nationally and internationally as well.
Sir.
Yeah, well, you just went international because you are streaming from South Africa and Hawaii. How amazing is that? And I was gonna ask the
Yes.
wonderful guest. Oh yes, I asked the wonderful guest here this evening if there are any questions I'm not allowed to ask, and they both said no. Just let it rip. Let's go. So I just want to ask you guys to share with us, how did you decide to become entrepreneurs? What was
No, did it
that
freeze?
deciding factor?
Did I freeze?
You're good, brother. I mean, it's a
You're
little bit
good.
shaky on the video, but you can hear you loud and clear, bro.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so I guess I'll start it off.
Yes.
I started my entrepreneurship back in it was 2014. I had the mindset. 2016 it became official, setting up our LLC and with my brother, and that's kind of like how it all started. But during that time in 2014, kind of got involved with CrossFit for 3 years.
Oh,
I was a typical jock growing up. Played basketball, football, track and field, paddling in high school. I didn't. I had the opportunity. I had a few scholarships to go play up in college, but I turned it down. I was very distracted. I was so-called in love, right? And love makes you do crazy things. Okay, so
nice.
yeah. So with that being said, I kind of fell off track. I was a very lost soul. I was trying to figure out myself, who I was, right? And it wasn't until 2017, until when my son was born,
Oh,
and I held him in my arms December 8th, 2017. That moment made me realize, man, I gotta shape up, bro. Because not only everything I do will reflect my son, and it will affect him and how he's growing up. So I really have to shape up, stop partying, stop drinking, cut all that crap out, right? And I have to really take everything that I'm doing serious. And I was figuring out, what industry am I gonna go in, and I figured, why not do it in the fitness industry? Is something we've been really good at, but now it's, how do we hone the skills? Who are we gonna work with to help us explode into the right direction? And then this is where I met brother Ricky in 2020, late 2020. We kind of met together. We at the gym. We kind of seen our characters. We kind of seen what our values, what we stand for, and pretty much our goals and vision, what we want to do, our aspirations. And so 6 months later, March 2021, we made a decision. Hey, we're going to try and grow this business, and we pretty much took on a few clients from that time. We did a few marketings with a few gyms here locally, um, and then that's kind of how it started off. Ricky, anything you want to add in, brother?
Sorry, I got cut off on my end. It was freezing, so I didn't quite hear the question. The question. What was the
Oh,
question again?
yes. Yeah, no, wonderful. Of course, that happens. Technology does that. Now, I was just
Yeah.
asking, how did your entrepreneurial story start? You know, your legacy, because you guys are building a legacy. When did you decide to become entrepreneurs?
Oh, so me, it was just basically right when I met Kela. Yeah, right.
Yay!
Yeah, right when I met Kela, I started my entrepreneurship journey, learning a lot about business, different aspects of business, and what not better, what no way to better than do it in a passion that we love to do. It's just fitness and training. So
Absolutely. That's wonderful. I always say, where your passion and your purpose meets, that's where the magic happens. Because when we
yes,
are happy, when we are doing what we are doing, we do it with so much excitement and we go the extra mile. And I can just see you guys are both in a space where you are just so phenomenally happy. Every time I engage with you, we had a lovely virtual coffee the other day, and you both are so happy and joyful. And I love to see that, and we met through I believe I met Kela through the Underdog Millionaire Club. Kela, so tell us about, your journey with Dr. Obam. How did you find him? Because you guys belong to that group. And how has your journey been so far with him?
You know that I appreciate you asking. That's a great question. So I met Dr. Obam just before I met Ricky. So earlier in like,
Wow.
yeah, say like March 2020 is when I met Dr. Obam. I was, like I said, I was looking, I was striving to do better, to become the best version of myself, right? Because that's what we hear nowadays. That's kind of like what caught my mind. So I was wondering, how am I going to become the best version of myself? Am I coming up with what I think is the best version of myself, or am I going to learn from somebody who has what we want, who does what we want to do, and learn from them, right? So that's how I met Dr. Obam. There was a business called Asira. So back then when he was promoting, I met him then. It was a new launch of a company, but in that moment, learning, growing together, learning from Dr. Obam, I met Ricky, right? And
Hey.
yeah, and then Dr. Obam always says your environment is way stronger than our own willpower, right? So if I thought this way and I felt this own way, who can I connect with that would have the same mentality and would want to go hard in building a legacy together? And there, so met Ricky, and throughout this 3 years of knowing Dr. Obam, um, there's just been tremendous growth. I mean, not, I would say more on the personal, emotional, mental, and spiritual aspect, because I was, like I said, I was very lost. Um, but now that I've matured a lot more, I'm just very, very grateful to meet Dr. Obama and to meet Brother Ricky too. Because if it wasn't for him, to be honest,
Yes.
I would not be as strong as I'm at. I wouldn't have my physique where it's at today. And of course, it's a 50-50 effort. We both got to put in 100% effort. We need
Yes.
to put in. And I'm very grateful to have met Ricky too.
Absolutely. And you know what I love about you guys? There's always such a wonderful dynamic, such a wonderful vibe. Ricky likes to sing. I noticed that when we are on calls, he's always vibing and singing. And tell us, Ricky, what's your favorite song to exercise to or to bench press to?
oh yeah, so I have many, but one in particular is by have you ever heard of DMX?
No, not
Oh,
yet.
well, it's called DMX. Lord, give me a sign.
Love that. Wow, wow. Would you like to sing a little part of that with us? Because you're a great singer, by the way. You sang
Uh,
a little phrase there this
well,
afternoon before we started.
I don't know the exact words. I'd have to play the song. But all
Yeah,
I know is, Lord, give me a sign. I really need to talk to you, Lord. And then he say something about life's been hard. Give me a sign. You know what
yeah.
I mean? So
Love it. Absolutely love it. And those words are so true, right? What could we do if
yes.
the Lord doesn't give us signs and if He doesn't take our hand? And,
Hmm.
you guys are super. proactive. Before I do interviews, I always do research. So I go and look on social media profiles to do research to be able to ask edifying questions. I have a virtual coffee with all the guests. And I have to say, you guys are both consistent and you're very proactive. What are the things that you are currently employing as you are building up to your launch and your rebranding? What are the activities that you guys engage in?
And it's a great question. So right now we're just building the awareness, right? So
Yeah.
we're just constantly posting, especially well, Ricky is
Yeah,
actually a lot more active on
promoting.
Instagram, right? And so he just kind of created his Facebook and just being a little bit more used to that app versus Instagram. He's a lot more active on that, but building the awareness, posting up, and once we get our website up, our official website up, then we can start, that process of speaking or connecting more with our list of leads and kind of continue on from there. But as of right now, it's just building the awareness that we're coming, we're launching.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing, and we're gonna cheer you guys on and support you, of course. And I've seen some videos where you guys are bench pressing and doing heavy lifting. I mean, Kela, I don't know how many pounds you picked up in that one video. Was that 500 or 200, or what did you pick up there? That was very heavy.
Um, Probably that was the 555 pound. Was I wearing a turquoise blue shirt?
I don't know. It was posted recently, but it was heavy lifting and it was very, very heavy. My goodness.
Thank you. Yeah, I
Probably
mean,
500 and something. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, that's why Coach Ricky had me programmed to do a single at they call it RPE, which is rate perceived exertion. So it was at a RPE 6, meaning
Wow.
that after you complete that rep and you're done, do you feel that you could have done 4 more? So it's a scale out of 10,
Oh my
right? So yeah, that's what Coach Ricky had me programmed for that day, and yeah, we're just growing from there.
That's heavy, guys. That's 500 pounds. That's very heavy. And then, Ricky, I saw you doing heavy weights. You were lying with your back on the bench and you were doing heavy weights. And Kella was right there, just spurring you on. How much were you lifting there? And what's your favorite part of
Oh, it
gymming? What
froze.
do you
It
enjoy?
froze. I'm
You
so sorry, guys. I don't know if
Yeah,
you guys could hear me.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
can
I
you
we
can.
guys
can hear
hear
you,
me?
brother.
Oh, okay. And then, sorry, what did you say again?
I
Juanita?
I said I saw you on I believe it was Facebook where you also were doing weights there. I believe it was a big dumbbell. So tell us what's your favorite part of gymming and how much do you like to lift? How does that look like? What does that look like?
Oh, so yeah, I love training. I love training heavy. So my best squat is in competition 689. My
Oh,
deadlift in competition is 694. And in training, my deadlift I hit 705. And the bench has been a lagging one for me. You know what I mean? But we're slowly working on it. It's gonna become one of my strengths. And the most I've
yes.
hit in competition is 375, but in training 397. Yes, so like yeah,
These guys are
train.
strong.
Yeah, training
You guys
for
are strong.
us is like is a lifestyle. We love it. You know, when I wake up, the first thing I think about is my training. You know what I mean? I love training. I love being in there, lifting heavy and just getting after weights. You know.
I love that. I love that. If anyone ever messes with me, I'm gonna call you two and I'm gonna let you come right over and sort them out because you guys lift seriously heavy weights and it takes a lot of dedication. And I also want to say, it's not fun really to gym if you don't have a gym partner. So it's good to see that you guys work so well together, that you guys train so well together, and it
Mhm.
really it just becomes clear that you guys are like-minded as well, about the things that you want to accomplish and what you're busy with. So what is your ultimate goal? What is your ultimate goal?
Oh, so I would say, like personally, or you mean on the business aspect?
You can see both. You can let us know about both. That would be great.
Yeah. So I guess you could say on the business aspect, we're looking to bring on our goal right now for 2023 is 100 clients at most, right? And
Fantastic.
yeah, so they can pretty much be anywhere in the world, right? And one thing we're also willing to do, if they're open to it, is we're willing to help them compete to become an actual powerlifting athlete and to compete in their first competition. And we will be there. We'll fly out to wherever they are, and we'll help them handle them at the meet. So make sure that everything's okay, that everything's going smoothly, and just to let them know that we're right beside them all the way. And on the personal level, ultimate goal is right. I don't. Ricky knows this, but I have my vision board right up here, right? So I put that our purpose in life is to consistently grow ourselves, right? To pursue kaizen, to create generational wealth for us and our families, and in the process, holding on to the iron rod and returning back to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ with more brothers and sisters. So that's kind of a mix in of our overall ultimate goal for personal and business. Maybe Ricky has some other ultimate goals that he want to add into.
Tell us,
Yeah,
Ricky.
yeah. One of my main ultimate goals is become a national champion. You know, to become, well, there's two federations, right? So this nationals that we're doing is USPA nationals, right? USPA nationals in Las Vegas, right?
True.
So we want to go over there. The goal is to win first in the nation. That is the goal. And after that, next year we'll be going to the USAPL and competing at their Raw Nationals. And you know, I want to become number one in that too. Yep, it's not gonna be easy, that's for sure. But
For
we gotta do what it takes.
You've got the motivation. You can do it. I have faith in you, absolutely. And you guys are very, very strong in what you believe as well. And
Mm-hmm.
I think the faith is the underlying factor that really makes you guys successful, and that's going to propel you into the future because you believe in yourselves, you believe in each other, you believe in what you want to accomplish in this world. And I want to ask both of you, what makes you get up in the morning and train hard? What motivates you? What makes you tick?
Ricky. Oh, okay. So I guess I'll start off. So waking up in the morning, knowing that my son is counting on me, my family's counting on me, my partner Rick's the Bless is counting on me, and everybody in our circle that supported us from the beginning is, like, definitely do not want to let them down. We want to be able to represent them and show them that, hey, we bust our butt to make sure that we're doing the best we possibly can every single day, even though there may be moments where it's terrible, it's crappy, it feels like, excuse my French, but it feels like shit, but we
Yeah.
still got to make sure, I mean, Ricky, he's a, young man, he has a lot of big responsibilities, especially for his family. And
Yeah.
it would be tough as an accountability partner if I let him down, or if, vice versa. So that's pretty much what wakes me up every single day. What about you, Ricky?
Yeah, for me is basically what Kella said as well. You know, being able to, you know, especially to help my mom. You know, because it's just me and my mom. You know what I mean? My mom's been my rock from the get. You know, so I want to be able to, to take care of her, retire her. You know, to be able to at
Beautiful.
the yeah at the same time, um leave a legacy, with what we're doing and stuff like that. And by us taking action now and doing the things we need to do now, it's gonna definitely help our future kids, future wives, spouses. You know what I mean? So we want to be able to retire them, retire our parents. Build generational wealth, making positive impacts in people's lives. But yeah, the main thing is my strong why is to be my mom. And I
Yeah.
know I got Kella counting on me. Got a lot of people counting on me to make it. So
I love that. I love that. That is so true. That is so true. And that strength is in being accountable to each other. If the one person falls, the other person is there to pick them up, and vice versa. So I want to ask you both, what is your family life like? how did you grow up, and what motivated you in your childhood? Because our hashtags here at Meticulous are the following: we talk about leadership, gratitude, community upliftment, and keeping it real. And those are all things and areas that you both function in. So, would you guys like to just tell us about your families and how you grew up and what kind of stood out for you as you were progressing in your gymming and in everything in your development?
Yeah, Ricky,
Oh
you want
yeah.
to start it off with it?
Yeah, yeah. So growing up, like I said, it was just me and my mom. Mom and dad divorced. Been me and my mom since I was maybe one, I believe. And my mom was really hard on me, with making sure I get my schoolwork done, getting good grades, bringing home no C's, making sure my GPA was up there. So having that
Good.
discipline and that work ethic, especially with my mom, always working hard. She cooks all of my meals for me. You know what I mean? I weigh them out. So I'm very thankful. My mom's played a big part. I
Yeah.
feel like she did. I owe it all to her for becoming the man I am today. With having a good head on their shoulders. I never did drink, smoke, vape, burn before in my life. You know what I mean? I never did. I never did. So it's just, and I owe it a lot to my mom. Building a foundation in me, showing me Christ. And
Yes.
giving all the praise and the glory to Him, and I also um have a lot of aunties as well. That I've I guess you could say could play a role as well in my growth and stuff like that. So
Love that. Absolutely love that. Moms are the best.
yes,
Moms are the best. They are our foundation. Our foundation. Kela, what about you?
Yeah. Oh, man, that's so awesome, brother. So I would actually say the same thing, to be honest. So like me and my family, my mother and my father divorced at a young age, at 3, probably 4 years old. I'm not too sure. Um, but with my mom being a tough mother and showing me tough love consistently, she pretty much raised us, with the belt. I don't know if anybody's been
uh,
raised on a belt or being disciplined, but I'm very, very grateful that she did. Because it really restricted me from making worse decisions as we grown up and going into high school and into college. Um, but shucks, sorry, I kind of
Your
recatching the question.
family. Yeah, bro. Growing up in a broken home is very, very difficult. But moms always seem to make it better, isn't it?
Very much so. Yep. And not only that, I had I had uncles and aunties that helped contribute to my growth, and I was very because being raised in the church or with Jesus
Yeah.
Christ as our Lord and Savior, right? It made me very selective with who I put my time and attention to and who we put our energy around because
Yeah.
I mean, as we grow older, we tend to be very careful, with our energy, and
Yes.
integrity is very, very big for us.
Very important. You guys have great morals and values. And if I have to speak about leadership, let's talk about the a topic of leadership. Who was someone in your lives as you grew up? It can be a friend or, a colleague or a family member. Who was the one that really showed you leadership? Because I grew up in a broken home. I only had my mom. So my mom was my leader until she passed away in
I'll
2020.
definitely say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
can you
no,
guys hear me?
please go. Yeah, you're there.
I think I froze again.
Oh, we can hear you, brother.
Oh, oh, okay. You said who's the one that kind of showed us leadership in that.
Yes,
Oh yeah, we'll
absolutely.
definitely say of yes. We'll definitely of course say my mom, of course. Definitely showed me leadership, showing me right from wrong and stuff like that, teaching me how to work hard and stuff. But also I had a few football coaches as well that played a role in leadership. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I did play football in high school, freshman and senior year, and definitely kind of being a leader on the team, especially going into my senior year. Showing my head coach, Coach David, showing me how to be a leader because back in high school I was very soft spoken. Especially on the field, I didn't really talk that much, but becoming understanding that it was in my senior year, I needed to step up,
yeah.
become a leader, you know what I'm saying, and lead the younger guys and show them right from wrong, show them how to work hard and stuff like that. So
Beautiful. Love that, love that. Kayla, and you.
Yeah. Shucks, it's been so much, man. I can honestly say, not only my family, my extended family, aunties and uncles, but as Coach Ricky was saying, even our coaches in high school growing up, with basketball, football, track and field, paddling, and in all four sports, being selected as the team leader to represent. And I think that mainly comes from not only my grandparents,
Mhm.
but um, our coaches that I met from 2020. Like Mr. Paul Xavier is one, Mr. Dean Park is one, Dr. Oban Bowen is one.
Yes.
So Mr. JT Fox, there's Ty Lopez, there's there's Matt Morris, Mr. Mac Nose. These are all the coaches and leaders that I kind of imitate in a way that because I look up to them, it's kind of like how my son imitates me, and
Yes.
it's very flattering. It's very, but I know as over time we tend to create our own uniqueness with
Yeah.
imitation. Does that make sense? Right. So
It does.
because of all these leadership influences, now we can kind of use them to shape our own unique leader.
That's a wonderful point. You guys are both making wonderful points here in your very first interview on a podcast. That's amazing. I'm so proud of both of you. And I want to hop onto the topic of gratitude. You know, we often go through life and things are going wonderful, and sometimes we have some obstacles and we have some speed bumps, but we overcome them all. And if you look back over your life journey, over the things that you faced, because it's not always been easy, what are you grateful for? What comes up?
Ricky, you want to start that off, brother? Okay. He probably can't hear me. It's okay. So, what am I grateful? I always start off my affirmation saying I am grateful to God. I'm grateful for waking up
Yes,
today.
beautiful.
I could have been dead, right? I mean, life is not guaranteed the next day, but I'm
Yeah.
grateful for my mother, my father, my son. I'm grateful for my business partners, my coaches, our our club members, our clients. Being grateful for the food,
Yeah.
but I guess just seeing gratitude in everything we do, and it's
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much that. What about you, brother Ricky?
Mhm. Yeah, I'm grateful for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, allowing me to wake up, because allowing me to wake up every day, making me fortunate enough, two arms, two legs, a brain, good head on the shoulders, to be able to do what I love, to train, to help people. I'm grateful for my business partner, Kela, brother from another mother right there. I'm grateful for my mom, of course. I'm grateful for my family, the
Beautiful.
supporters, grateful for clients, grateful for friends, great. I'm even grateful for people that we cross paths, that's not that
Yes.
God probably wasn't didn't design for them to be there for a long time. We probably don't touch bases anymore. Maybe
Yeah.
past relationships or stuff like that. I'm grateful for that because it helped me grow as a person. What I'm
Mm.
saying, and I'm grateful, just to be alive and to be doing well. And I'm great. I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful for the food that brings me the gains too. Yeah,
Yes. It's
I'm
nothing
grateful
like
for the
it.
steak. I'm,
Woohoo!
yeah, grateful for all the cows in the world. Yes,
Yeah, protein. Woohoo! Love
yes.
it. You guys are awesome. It's always so fun to engage with you. Let's talk a little bit about protein. If there's someone out there, for instance, that wants to build muscle, they want to lose fat, but they don't want to lose muscle. What would you suggest they consume in their diet?
Oh, so we're really big on red meat. We're really big on red meat. We eat a lot of steak, bison, ground beef, just because it's macro and micronutrient dense, has a lot of vitamin B12, a lot of cholesterol. We were just saying too a while ago that society demonizes this whole cholesterol thing. Cholesterol is super important for manufacturing
It
testosterone in
is.
the body. Salt is another big thing for performance, increasing our water retention. Right, when we retain a lot more water, we retain a lot more glycogen storage within our muscles, therefore helping us with our performance and stuff like that, giving us a lot more our body more fuel, right, and energy to perform, right? So definitely for somebody looking to lose weight and high protein, definitely would love to say red meat. You could say we're biased, but we love red meat. It is that. and definitely finding out the caloric maintenance. So if somebody is their
Yeah.
caloric maintenance is basically what their body, the total amount of calories their body needs just to maintain that body weight. So if it's 3,000 calories, then we gotta play around with it a bit. We'll probably drop it to 2,700, and see that we're losing weight at a good amount of at a good pace, either a pound a week, maybe 2 pounds a week. You know what I'm saying? If
Helps.
we're not
Yes.
if we're not losing, then we drop it in about 2,500. So we find a nice perfect sweet spot. That's why tracking macros is important. Tracking our proteins, our carbs, our fats, weighing out our food so we know the exact amount and we're putting in our bodies in order to hit our macros for the day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely
Absolutely.
finding that caloric maintenance and kind of adjusting, strategically off of that.
Absolutely. Well, I'm from South Africa and we love red meat and we love salt.
Yes.
Nothing like a barbecue. What about you, Kayla?
Yeah, basically everything that Coach Ricky said. I follow the same exact thing. Our main thing I eat is 90% 10 lean ground beef. That's the main go-to with boiled eggs, and rice is the main thing for my carbs. We switch it out between rice and potatoes, but other than that, steak, ground beef, bison, and pretty much that. And then of course we throw in some vegetables, some carrots, some spinaches in there, mix in. Um, but to be honest, if you want to just keep it simple, um, you just gotta treat it like, not necessarily treat it like dog food, but just remember that these foods that we eat on a consistent daily basis, people may think that's boring, but these are what's going to get us the results. You know
Hmm.
what
Yes.
I mean? And
Yes.
we don't eat to we don't live to eat. We eat to live, right?
I love that saying. I always use it as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
And this fuel that we ingest, that we eat, is definitely going to give us. It's like how Coach Ricky always says. It's like putting gas in a car, right?
Mm.
We can decide to put the cheap 88, or we can up it to the 92.
Yes.
You
It's
know,
like putting diesel in a Lamborghini. We can't do that. Put in the wrong fuel.
exactly.
Well, well,
I
yeah.
love
There's
that.
two, yeah. There's two fuels. Like with our training, our recovery is super important. So
Mm.
by us eating good, whole quality micro and macro dense nutrient foods, our body's gonna absorb it a lot better. We're gonna recover a lot better. Or you're gonna choose to go to McDonald's or something and eat food. You're still restoring glycogen and stuff like that, but it's not of good quality. It's all that processed synthetic stuff. We don't want that. We want the good whole quality foods. You know what I mean? It's gonna help
Absolutely.
us recover. Because if you eat, stuff like that, processed foods and stuff like that on a consistent basis, then it's only setting us 30 steps
Yes.
back. You know what I mean? So if we eat good, go whole good quality foods, we'll only be recover a lot better. You know what I'm saying? For our next training sessions, you can be feel a lot better. And at this point, we don't really have cravings. You know what I mean? Like we don't. It's just normal for us to eat ground beef, steak, white rice. A lot of people
Yeah.
like see an ice cream and they go crazy because they
Mhm.
can't control themselves. You know what I'm saying? Or it's
Yep.
just I don't really look forward to like, oh, I really want McDonald's or I really want Burger
Yeah.
King or Jack in the Box or stuff like. I go to
Yeah.
restaurants. I want steak. I'm not.
Mm.
I don't want a burger and fries. I want steak. You guys have a
Give us
bison?
steak.
I
Bring me
mean,
a bison too.
don't get us like don't get us wrong though. Like we definitely think that there should be a cheat meal, but
Yes.
necessarily
Yeah.
what is a cheat meal, right? So,
Yeah.
Coach
Uh,
Ricky, if you can explain a bit of that.
Yes. A
yes,
cheat
tell us.
meal. A cheat meal, not a cheat day. A cheat meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're cheating meal. A lot of people have this misconception. We're gonna have a cheat day and let's indulge in these donuts and all that stuff. But we use our cheat meal strategically, also to kind of offset our body. Give our
Mm.
body a break from consistently eating good quality foods. Eating that one cheat meal is not gonna hurt us. You know what I'm
No.
saying? So
Yeah.
that typically like before a really heavy squat day or really heavy squat bench and deadlift day with our accessory training, we'll throw in a cheat meal maybe the night before we go to sleep, only
Yeah.
because it's really a high calorie. and our body's gonna
Mm.
absorb it, especially right before we go to
It's
sleep.
gonna burn it.
You
Yeah.
know, because we're gonna use it. You know what I mean? So it's very strategic when we do put it in. You know, we're not gonna put it in every day of the week or, or every we see what we got for our training and we just kind of circle it around it and see where we need to put it in. You know, so
Yeah.
but 95% of the time it's all clean, good quality whole foods. You know,
Mm. Mm.
yeah.
Well, I have a confession to make. I may not be doing the cheat meal thing. It might be more like a cheat meal day, but I'll work on it. So, what does a cheat meal look like for you guys?
Oh, a cheat meal, like nothing crazy, and cheat meal ideally just be a burger and fries. Maybe burger and fries, or I'm not a really big pizza guy. Like I'll eat pizza, but I love French fries. So a nice good burger with some mayo sauce on top, with some
Yeah.
grilled onions and mushrooms, and some nice good salted fries, and maybe a milkshake to top it off, or a cookie shake, and that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, we
Love
don't,
it,
I don't
love
really
it.
go crazy.
Now I'm hungry. Thank you, Ricky. Ella, what's your cheat meal like?
I would say some type of fast food. You know,
Yeah.
I would say most likely Pandas Express. You guys have Pandas over there?
No, we don't.
Oh yeah, Panda Express. Panda Express is yes.
So it's like a clean cheat. It's not necessarily like a dirty cheat meal, but
Yeah.
yeah, if it's not my ground beef, eggs and rice, then I would consider everything else a cheat meal. You know, and that could
Okay.
even include a candy bar that can be included. Whatever that is. So yeah.
So we have people out there that are divided about whether protein bars and protein shakes are good for you. Tell us more about your view on that, because there's always
Ye-
people that are for it and people that are against it. I would love to hear your views.
yes, yes, yes. I'm glad you asked that question, especially for all the people getting into the fitness industry. Right? It's a supplement for a reason, and I had a problem with this right when I first started. I wouldn't eat that much. I would just drink protein shakes, thinking I'm doing the wrong thing. That's why I'm skinny and weak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just a supplement. It should be added within your meals. It shouldn't be a meal replacement because you're missing the good quality micro nutrient dense qualities of a real food. If you gave me the option between a nice good protein shake or a steak, I'm choosing a steak. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
because it's whole good quality nutrients, rooted. You know what I'm saying? Supplements are not bad, of course not. Like there's stuff that we can't like my protein requirement is 315 grams a day, right? And that's very hard to get in from just strictly food, just
Yeah.
because the amount of protein I need is so high. So with the protein shakes, an extra 50 grams, it helps me meet those goals. You know what I mean? So I can consistently keep recovering and building muscle. And also stuff like fish oils is a good supplement. It's
Mm.
very hard for you to get a good uh required amount from just steak or a nice
Yes.
omega-6 fatty salmon, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So the omega-3s are really good. It's more concentrated, it's easier to pop in a pill fashion. So supplements do have its place, but it's definitely not the end all be all.
Hmm.
you know
Yes.
Definitely
Yes.
push real good quality food
Yeah.
before supplements, because the first thing people come is like, what protein powder you take? Why are you talking to me about a protein powder? Eat some steak.
He's so food.
Steak people.
Steak.
Steak. We have
Stop
to
being
take
all
a selfie
protein
like that where you
later.
guys are flexing. Love
Yes.
it, love it. And for you, Kela, what's your view on the protein bar and the protein shakes?
Yeah, 100% exactly what Coach Ricky said. It's supposed to supplement our meal, like how Coach Ricky said. If you have to choose a steak or the protein, I'm sure we would probably do both, right? But we prioritize the
Yeah.
steak first and then supplement it with the protein shake to pretty much top off our
Yes.
macro goals.
Yeah.
And not only supplements but supplements as in performance enhancements too, right? There's pre workouts, there's creatines, there's even those like people who compete in the untested, right? They have all these testosterone and all these performance enhancing drugs, right? But those are supplements too, right? So as for us, we compete in the drug tested, so we're not allowed to take any of
Yes.
those supplements, performance enhancement supplements.
Yeah.
But we definitely consider creatine, pre workout, protein
Mm.
shake. What else? What else, Ricky?
Pre-workout, creatine, maybe some branched chain amino acids, right?
Oh.
Branched chain amino acids to help with recovering. Those are building blocks of proteins, right?
Mm.
And nine of them is nine of them. Is nine of them are essential, right? Is it nine of them?
Oh.
I think so.
You get your branched chain amino acids and your essential, right? Is it
Oh.
nine? It is nine, right? That are essential, or 10 of them.
Yeah, I gotta double check.
I gotta double check, but somewhere around there, it's essential, right? Hey, branched chain amino acids are very important because it helps with our recovery, right? And you can't get there's 90. Yes, I got it. I got it. It came to my mind. There's 19 total, but 10 of them you you can't get from your regular diet. So that's why we got essential
Oh.
amino acids to help supplement it.
Wow.
So
That's
yeah,
very,
pre
very
work.
interesting. Yeah.
Yes. So basically, creatine, branched chain amino acids, pre workout, and protein. That's pretty much it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And I want to ask you guys, do you guys do cardio or do you just lift? What is the best
Oh,
for your all-round performance?
Hmm. Great question. Yep. Coach Ricky? Oh, okay. I'll probably answer that. So, how we do our cardio is we're not necessarily walking or going on a treadmill necessarily. We do our cardio when we're warming up. We're also doing
Okay.
our cardio when we're reducing the rest times. So there's a bunch of ways to, I guess, consider doing cardio, but strictly that walking,
Yeah.
that treadmill stuff is not necessarily for us. Um, but but maybe we could like, consider doing it outside because we're planning on doing like more athletic movements, right? So
Yeah.
more of a cross training, like football athletic moves um, that could replace that cardio type of training. But most of the time, we're getting it automatically in our warm ups during the training.
yes. Mm,
Good, good,
yes.
good. Ricky, you want
Yeah.
to add
So yeah,
something?
yeah. So us as powerlifters, cardio is not typically our best friend. But however, it is very important. Just like Kela said, it's very important for overall heart health and overall well being, right? Make
Yeah.
sure our heart is pumping blood efficiently, especially as you know, because I'm 275 at 5'8". You know what I'm saying? I'm not meant to be this weight at 5'8". I'm almost 280. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important for me to keep my blood flow, especially too at the job at work. I'm always standing up. I'm standing up all day moving around. But
Oh,
yeah,
so you
so
move a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so cardio for us, yes, just what Kella said, just reducing the rest times, how we warm up. It's a circuit, what we do. So we definitely incorporate a bit of that too.
Mhm, mhm,
Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, you guys have a wonderful program, worked out, and you're definitely knowledgeable about what you do. So I want to invite the audience to connect with Kela and Ricky and to network with them and to cheer them on. We are all going to be so, so happy to see your journey unfold. And as we come to the end of the session, I want to ask both of you, do you have any words of wisdom for the audience before we close off?
Yes, we do. Stay focused. All right, stay focused because there's gonna be a lot of distractions. It's gonna be coming, but you gotta stay focused. Make sure Jesus Christ is the forefront of your life, right?
Amen.
Making sure Jesus Christ always gets the praise first,
mhm,
okay? And all the glory, because without Him, we are nothing. Without Him, there's nothing, okay? Stay focused, work hard, and be disciplined. Be
Mm.
disciplined. All right, we got to be disciplined. We must take action regardless of how we feel, and we learned that from Andrew Tate. I don't know if you know who Andrew Tate is,
Yeah.
but but how we feel has no effect on how we work, right? Because as a
Mhm.
man, as a future father for me, and as a father for Kels, and a future husband, right? We must be disciplined. We can't be like, I don't feel like doing it today. No, I got my wife depending on me. I got my kids depending on me. There's not I feel, I feel. It's we must take action. We must be men. We must be disciplined, and we must do what we are supposed to do, not what we feel like doing. You know what I'm saying? So stay
True.
focused, be disciplined, cut out the distractions, keep your circle with people filled with positivity and integrity and honesty and people that follow the Lord, right? Disregard anybody else who's not of that, right? And get successful.
Woohoo! Love it, love it. You, Kela?
Yeah, everything Coach Ricky said, and I guess just to add upon that, you're gonna have high moments, you're gonna have low moments. Just make sure you stay in between. Don't get too high, don't get too low. Surround yourselves with powerful people of integrity that love you, and even those people that show you tough love because they want the best for you. And also, you're gonna have crappy, terrible, low moments. Okay,
Mhm.
but we must remember why we got involved, why we started this in the first place, who's depending on us, right? There's a lot of
Mhm.
family out there that love us and want to see us be successful, but it's our own selves that pretty much gets in the way, right? So remember
Mhm.
why we're doing what we do, and always give the glory and praise to Heavenly Father and our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Other than that,
Amen.
that's that's what it is. Now stick it to
That's what it is. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it, guys. So basically, stay focused, eat steak, and love Jesus. Love that. Absolutely.
Yes.
it.
Woohoo! Well, guys, I'm sure the audience would like to see you guys flick. So I'm gonna count to three. We are advertising your fitness and health coaching. So on three, would you flex for us? I'm gonna take a screenshot so that we can promote you and send it out there. I'm gonna count you down. Three, two, one.
I think Ricky's a bit frozen, but it's okay.
It's okay. We'll take one in the green room. We'll take one in the green room. Thank you so much, guys, for just being amazing. Coming onto the show, your first podcast ever, first of many. I want to invite all the podcasters out there that I know. Get Kela and Ricky on your podcast. Let's work together to network them and to really just advertise them. Thank you, guys. We had a wonderful time.
Thank
Meticulous
you.
Moments community. Thank you for sharing with us, joining with us this wonderful time. And we'll see you on the next session. Goodbye.
All right. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Juanita.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
Love you too. Bye.
Hi, my name is Jose Escobar, and I'm the founder and CEO of the Connected Leaders Academy. We're the number one fastest growing community and tribe of some of the highest level entrepreneurs all around the country and around the world. We're in 36 states across the US, in 11 international countries, and over 240 plus members growing every single day. And I'm honored, excited, and I'm glad to say that I'm proud to be the official sponsor of the Meticulous Moments podcast with Juanita Kapp. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm excited for this journey.
Hey everybody, my name is Patrick Rude. I'm the owner of Rude Financial Services, a proud sponsor of the Meticulous Moments podcast, hosted and directed by the beautiful, strong, and intelligent Juanita Kapp. I cannot tell you enough about what this woman has done with this podcast and the effect that she has had on me and all of the other sponsors and people that listen. Don't miss it.